I talk to online coaches, the more I realize that there's 5 responsibilities that every coach needs. And when I say need, I mean like it's absolutely critical that you hit all 5 of these things. If you don't hit these 5 different things, in my opinion, you should not be a coach. When I say you should not be a coach, like you can still go learn these things and then apply them later, but you should not be running a coaching business without having all 5 of these things that I'm about to talk to you about dialed in and completely running on all cylinders within your coaching program. And so let's jump straight into it. Number 1, you need to have the ability to teach. And when I say teach, I don't just mean like teach someone what you're doing. I mean, you need to be able to teach your clients and your students on the least common denominator. Yes, I understand that you're the expert and you understand everything about this field and you know all the extremities about it, and you could probably talk for days about your product or your service. You need to be able to say the exact same thing in a way that a 4th grader or a 3rd grader can understand it though, right? So you gotta understand that everyone isn't gonna be on the same level, and you need to be able to go to the newest person and explain the most elaborate piece of your business to that newest person, assuming that they've never learned anything about your business before, right? If you can't do that as a coach, you're gonna have a really hard time not only getting results, but you're gonna have a hard time with people even just understanding you and wanting to be coached by you. They might think that what you're saying is interesting because you're saying it so elaborately, but last time I checked, being elaborate doesn't pay the bills. Being elaborate doesn't get you new clients. Go check out Alex Hormozi's content. Yes, he's talking to business owners, but he really talks at the lowest common denominator in a way that you could understand if you just did a little bit of homework. That's where you want to be at. That's going to be the sweet spot. Least common denominator. Number 2, you need to be able to inspire your students to take action and to move their business forward, right? I understand that it's their business and they should be motivated and they should want to do the things for their business to grow their business. However, life happens, things happen. Their belief level isn't on the same level as yours. There's a ton of different things that can happen that will stop your new clients from actually getting results. A lot of times it's not as simple as them just not doing things correctly. A lot of times it's them just not wanting to do the thing at all, right? So if you're a leadership coach or a mindset coach, you can have guys that need to read books. They need to, take care of their health. They need to take care of their body. Well, if you can't inspire them to be great, well, you're no good too, right? Because that's part of the program. You have to give them success stories. You have to be willing to take the time to show them the fruits of their labor, right? For me specifically, in my business, a lot of my inspiration comes from providing case studies, showing my students that I can help people make money, and that if you just did this, I can get you the result you're looking for. And it's not going to be, sending out 100 gazillion cold DMs and making cold calls and, all that crap. Number 3, actual increase. People need to see that you can actually help them go from X to Y. That's why they get started. That's why they're paying you. That's really what they want. And if you can do that, you have a lifelong customer. If you can help people get from where they are to where they want to go in a timely fashion, you can have anything you want. Again, if you can't do that, you probably shouldn't be a coach for someone. If you can't help someone get from X to Y, they shouldn't be paying you to get them from X to Y. I don't want to make this any harder than it needs to be, because I think all 5 of these are very simple concepts that are really easy to understand, and I don't want anyone to think that I'm coming for them, but it's like at the end of the day, as a business owner and as a coach, you only have one job, and that's to get results for your clients. And if you can't get results for your clients, they shouldn't be paying you for results. No matter how inspired you can get them, no matter how well you can teach, if you can't simply get them from X to Y, it's like if you're trying to go from Los Angeles to New York City, but you don't have a car or you don't know how to drive, it's like, what's the point of them paying you, the mileage to go? It's like, you just wasted their money, wasted their time, and they need to go talk to someone else. This is no different. Number 4, hold your clients accountable. As a coach, this is, for me, honestly, this is probably one of the hardest things for me, is holding my clients accountable and, calling them out. You said you're going to do this, you didn't do it. What's up? What are we doing? Why aren't we doing this thing? You said you had this much available for ad spend. What's going on? Why are we hesitant to pull the trigger to grow your business? You said you're going to create this amount of content. Okay, well, what's going on? Why are you not creating the content? Right? If you don't do what you said you're going to do, you can't expect the result. And at the end of the day, if your client's with you for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and you know what you're doing, you know how to increase them, you know how to inspire them, you know how to teach them, but they're not being accountable to themselves, they're still not going to get the result. And the issue is that they're going to be in your program, and you are going to have to take the responsibility and the blame for that. When they talk to their friends and they say, hey, I purchased Sam's coaching program, and their friends go, oh, well, how's it going? And they say, it's not going too good. And they're like, oh, well, you've been in there for 6 months. Why aren't you at why haven't you hit your goals yet? And they're not going to say, oh, I've been unaccountable. They're going to say, I don't really know. I'm just, still trying to figure stuff out. And they're going to be like, well, isn't that why you hired the coach? Right? And it's going to reflect on you. And so hold your clients responsible, because if not, you're going to be the one responsible. And at the end of the day, you don't want that. You want referrals. You want your clients to go to their friends and be like, dude, I just made 20 grand a month, 30 grand a month, 50 grand a month in the last 90 days from Sam's service. Yeah, it was kind of hard. He challenged me at times, but I'm at 50 grand a month. That's what you want to get to. That's where you want to be. And that's when good things happen. And, the ones that really want to grow their business and they really want to scale their business, and the referrals that you get will understand that this isn't something that you're going to get in and get rich quick. This isn't one of those things. And so hold your people accountable for doing what they said they were going to do in the first place. Number 5, lead by example. Never tell someone to do something that you're not willing to do yourself. If one of your things in your program is, reading a book a week or something like that, especially if you're a leadership mindset, especially if you're a leadership or a mindset coach, and you're telling your clients hey, you need to read this, you need to be listening to this type of podcast, or you need to, there's certain things that you're gonna be telling your people. If you're telling them to do something that you're not already doing, you come off as a hypocrite, right? And you don't want that. You do not want that. They can read it on you, they can smell it in you, it comes off all kind of weird. It's gonna make you insecure, because obviously you aren't doing the thing that you're telling them to do. So it's kind of like if I told you guys that you should be creating content, but I'm not creating content. How does that even sound? That's just stupid. We're both coaches. We both have coaching businesses. I'm teaching you how to run your coaching business, but I'm not doing the thing that I'm telling you to do. I think that comes off quite ugly, and I just don't think that that's a good way to lead people. And honestly, the people that are the best followers won't want to be led by someone like that. And so you'll be left with a bunch of people who are just kind of mediocre. And honestly, you don't want that either. They're not going to get results. They're going to be in your program, 6, 9, 12 months, and they're not going to get any results because they're not doing anything, because everyone's going to do half of what you do and twice what you do wrong. I learned that a few years ago, and I used to hate when people say that, but anyone in your business, anyone in your group, anyone in your community, anyone in your program is going to do half of what you want them to do or half of what you do, and they're going to do twice as much wrong as you do. So keep that in mind next time you decide to be a hypocrite, or next time you don't want to do something you know you need to do. So with that, guys, those are 5 things that every coach needs to be doing 100%, and they have the responsibility for it. And again, if you're not doing those 5 different things, I highly recommend pausing your business, figuring out those different things, and learning a little bit more about your business and how to be a leader before continuing, because you're just going to shoot yourself in the foot, and nobody wants that. So if you're a leadership mindset coach and you want to scale your business to $50K a month, book a call below, or just go follow me on Instagram and shoot me a DM. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.